Oh, watch out. Who built it in Indiana like that? Come on
I
now.
did. I did. All right, Cheryl. Come on with it, girl.
Let's
Bye.
go. Welcome to the call. Come on, tell me where you calling from. Come on, guys. Kick this
Diana
morning off.
Coleman, Lynchburg, Virginia.
I
Good
did.
Welcome to
All
the
morning,
right,
call,
Diana.
Cheryl. Come
Virginia.
Welcome, everybody.
Linda
Shanita
Washington
Moody
in
from
Atlanta, Georgia.
Wrightown, Maryland.
Welcome to the call, Georgia.
Welcome, everybody.
Shanita
I
Amanda
heard
from
Moody
Dallas.
from
Maryland.
Wrightown, Maryland.
Maryland, welcome to the call.
Portia
Johnny,
Lyons, Long Island, New York.
New
There she
York in
is,
the house.
Portia.
Johnny Decay, Houston, Texas.
Texas in the house.
Johnny up
You
early.
do. Johnny do.
Estela from
And
Palmview, Texas.
All
done
right,
had
Texas.
done had 3 cups of coffee, man. What you talking about, Kirk?
Caroletta from Tennessee.
Welcome to the call, Tennessee. Let's go.
Mike Archeski for X.
All right, Shy.
Good
John,
morning,
everybody
everyone.
like
knows what you
Medea
talking
Rooney
about.
calling from Abington, Pennsylvania.
Welcome to the call, PA.
Mike Riley.
Come on,
Good
guys.
morning, Amanda
Jordan, where you
McCoy
calling
from
from? Amanda, where you calling from?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
All right, Indianapolis.
Cam and Dave Reiner, Orangeville, Pennsylvania.
All right, PA. Welcome.
Good morning. Valerie Jackson, Peru, Illinois.
Come on, Illinois. Let's go.
Daddy.
Welcome to
Tucson,
the
or New
call,
York.
guys. We are live. We are about to kick this morning off. And I must tell you, I've been reading this little book, and oh my goodness, I got something for you guys this morning.
Wonderful.
So, I've been reading this book, McJohn. I must tell you, it's a really nice book. And I read this principle to one of my to my team this last week.
We got noise in the background, guys. We got noise in
Let's
the
get it
background.
muted. Hold on. Let's get
Yeah, we
this
got to
mute
mute
going.
everybody.
Hold on. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right. As we are admitting everyone, what Julius? What my co-host go? He got it. Did you hit the mute, Julius? Let's.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So I was reading this. I've been reading this book this morning. This gentleman walked into one of our meetings on a Monday, right? And it was a Monday night, and he said, "Can I talk to everybody about my book?" And his name is Frank Cheeseborough, right? So I've been reading his book, and the book is called The Principles of Success. The name, this is the book, this is what it looks like. I got to this one principle, and there's a lot of good principles in here, but I got to this one principle, and I said, I have to share this with everyone. And it's principle number 12. And it says, you are not rejected. So none of us has ever been rejected. You want to know why? You are redirected to something better. There are 3 simple rules in life. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never, ever have it. Isn't that right? Right, Big John? Right, Julius Kirk? Number 2, I love this one. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. Always, because you never asked. If you don't step forward, you are always in the same place. So with that being said, today I want everybody to take a step forward. I don't care if you're sitting, stand up. I'm going to stand with you. We're all going to take one step forward. We're going to ask somebody to do something for our business today. I'm going to take a step with you so that you all know that I took a step forward too. And we're going to say, listen, we are going to go out. We're going to ask somebody today about their energy and how they want to bring it forward. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to none other than my co-host, Mr. Kirk Haran. How are you this grand day in South Carolina, North Carolina? Where are you?
South Carolina. Good morning. I am doing fantastic. We're cruising back to Florida and stopped in South Carolina to visit with my uncle and my cousin. Really, it's been an incredible journey. And, I've just been thinking about all that's going on in our business around the world. And it's just like a great time to be alive, in my opinion. This promotion that the company has running right now has got a lot of people excited about getting to our convention. I mean, a lot of money on the table, a lot of excitement, and I believe people's businesses are about to take another level like they had never expected. And, John, we always talk about one more call, one more swing of that pickaxe. And, what I love about this call is seeing people come in that you haven't heard from in a while, and you're like, oh, they're still here. So, sometimes it doesn't hurt for somebody on the other side to reach out to the leadership if you need us. And I think that's a message that we don't pass along enough. John, what's your thoughts on all of this?
Well, you know what, Kirk? I always look at the vehicle, right, that we have, right? You don't need to have training. Don't get me wrong. You need to have training on the basic skills. What I'm trying to say is, like, if you're Mike Karcheski, Mike got trained to be a fighter pilot, right? That's a lot of training. Mike Karcheski got trained to be a police officer, right? A lot of people on this call have specific skills in their traditional world that they had to get training for. What I love most about what we're doing, if you're an 18-year-old young adult and you want to build something, you want to be part of a community, you want to build something that's going to pay you and build that annuity real quick, we have that here. If you're elderly and you've been dealt some bad cards in life, right? We can help you. We have the vehicle for you. Just come with us. We'll show you the way, right? I love it because you just got to have the heart and the will to win in this business, right? And I just love the quality of people that are being drawn to our opportunity. And you know what, Kirk? I've never been more fired up in my life.
Well,
I'm excited for what's here now and what's coming, right? And yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll as always.
well, listen,
I surrender.
yeah, I surrender. I had the pleasure of attending these most recent Pennsylvania meetings, and you know, Wesley's group there in Harrisburg, they packed the house. Michael was excited, and there's nothing more powerful than people meeting our CEO, because he really is somewhat of a quiet man, but he's so intelligent, and when he speaks, you want to listen, and it just resonates with everybody, and I love that about him. Then we went up to Northumberland with John Lacha and his wife Ronnie, Julie, and Terry Ormsby, the Masons, Kim and Jim. I mean, just well attended meeting. And I gotta tell you, I love my brother, the general, but he was on fire closing out that meeting in Northumberland. I mean, it really, I mean, and he had some work to do. I mean, the tone was one of it. We dove into details, and sometimes in a meeting, when you dive into the details, it gets settled down. And we brought in the general to close it out, and in my opinion, it was one of the best closes I've ever seen him do. And it just, there's so much energy spewing out of this young man, and I'm excited to be working with him as well. So I don't know if he's on here yet.
Oh, he's on.
Yeah, he's
Milton's
on.
on. I saw him. The general's on, man.
Hey, Kirk. Hey, Kirk, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you,
Oh,
my
here he
man.
is.
Awesome. Well, definitely want to give it back to all of you, all of my calls, Kirk, Big John, Lynette, Julius. Just so grateful to be on this call. And you are right. It was so amazing being in the room and being in Pennsylvania. We had a great time, and just where this company is headed and where it's at right now, it's just exciting. It's hard to sleep right now because of all the excitement.
100%, 100%. I mean, Milt, tell what was your biggest takeaways of the week? Obviously we do this day in and day out. Yeah, we're all actually, our team name should be Team No Sleep because we're barely sleeping. But you know what? There's a price to pay to get where you want to go, and I know a lot of people are putting in the work, and it's nice. You know what I see is, I've said this my whole journey in this industry, is new people are the lifeblood of our industry. And if people aren't bringing new people into their organization, it will flatline. And, you're one of the best in the business. We know that. But, talk about what you're seeing out there. Tell us what you're seeing.
I mean, the most powerful thing I saw this past weekend, when we were in Pennsylvania, was just how, which I already know how serious Mr. Falquist is, because I get a chance to talk with him weekly, but just to see the amount of money he's willing to put out for people to not have an excuse not to get to the big event. Like Jim Kinney said yesterday, he understands that he's going to spend about $1 million just extra, and he says he's hoping he spends 2 million. That just shows you a leader that's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that his company, his team, his leaders, and just anyone and think have an opportunity to win. So that was the most powerful thing that I took from this past week, as far as just like it's that serious for people to get to that big event.
Yeah, no doubt.
You
Julie,
know, you know what, Kirk? I'd like to
go ahead.
jump in real quick before we go to Julius. Milton, how much was it a staple for you to plant your flag, knowing who Michael Falquist was? I know, Milton, when you came in, I know you're a runner. I know everybody in the industry knows who you are because of the numbers you always put up, right? You always lead by example. But when you really planted your flag, you got to know Michael on a personal level, and you got to know his commitment to all of us, and that's key. What was it, Milton? What was it about Michael that you learned, being so close to him now, speaking with him a couple times a week? What was it that gave you the total belief that there's no turning back for you, Milton?
Just the fact that how he is and how he does what he says he's going to do. He's from, since the first time I was actually introduced to him, always there, whether it was any type of things that need to be corrected. He always made things right, and he just always keeps his word, and he always does what he said he's going to do. And if he says, hey, I'm going to make sure that you all as a team have everything you need to be able to win, he does that. So just seeing his heart, he's always the same. He's never, he's never acting different with you. He's just always the same. He is family pretty much to me and many of you on this line. And that's just something that you don't see often. Someone that you could tell is genuine, someone that you could tell again that like in the beginning when we were, all dealing with little different things, the company always makes it right. They always improve, and just understanding, how smart and intelligent he is as well. And he's all about the entire Think community winning. And again, if he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. And he has always done that. And that just goes a long way with me, and that just means the world to me.
Well, thank you for that, Milton. Kirk, let's bring on Julius, man. I mean, you talk about a guy that leads. That's what I love about this business, getting to meet dynamic leaders, dynamic personalities that just want to help everybody, right? That's why we all come together. So,
what I love about Julius John is the man is busy, and he's committed to this opportunity. I mean, he's got so much going on in his life between his son, his beautiful bride, and working on all the places he has properties. It's just incredible, not to mention, his regular career, and he's still all in on this opportunity. And it's good. I always get happy when I see my brother. So good morning, Julius.
What's up, family? It's incredible to be with you guys on Mondays, and it's been a hectic week. I miss you guys in Pennsylvania. I was a little quiet about it, but my family was moving last week, which was crazy. But last night, my wife got on. I had a leadership call last night. My wife got on a leadership call, and she sat with me. We were sitting talking. She said, "Okay, it's time. It's time. We're settled. It's time for you to go, partner." It's time.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
she said it's time. And she says, I know you're going to be on the road. I know you see it. I smell it, and there's work to be done. And talked to my leaders last night, and I think you said it though. It's new blood. When you have new energy coming into your business, it is something that fires you up. And I'm excited. I'm excited about seeing the leaders, more people promoting, more people having success. But what I said on my call, my leaders last night was really simple. Is that the only thing that stops you from achieving great, right? Is that you're still sitting in um, expectations of what you didn't do yesterday instead of sitting in the vision of where you can go. And the only reason somebody doesn't talk to somebody, I think Lynette said, the only reason you don't talk to somebody is because of fear and then the ceiling you've put on yourself. If you never made $1,000 a month in residual, you've put a ceiling that number seems too big. And I think it gets back to having a vision for this, for what this is. And, we say it all the time, our leaders need to latch on to us. They need to latch on to Kirk and John and Milton. And because maybe you've never made $500 a month in residual. Maybe you've never, had a team of people. But I think the most important thing for folks right now is, this company is doing everything at a level that is just phenomenal to me. Like autosave, what he's paying on autosave is just insane to me. Like that, he's allowing everybody to print money at levels we never believed. But it comes down to looking in the mirror and believing what you can do, and that's where I'm at, guys. I'm excited. It's time to hit the road now. My family's settled in into a new place, so I can go. And JR knows that my goal. They said, "What do you want for Christmas?" I said, I want to make sure I got a clear path to partner. I want to make sure that is, and so
Well,
I see what it
let me
takes.
make a correction for you, Jules, because it's not just autosave. It's also community solar. That money
Yes,
is on the table. It's important that people know that. So, you look at a state like Illinois where you're getting $60 for an autosave and you're getting depending I think it's what is it in Illinois? Is it 30? I'm sorry, I forget.
90.
Uh
90.
90.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I meant
It's
with
90.
the extra. So yeah, I mean, thank you, Lynette. Obviously this community solar side of the business is very fluid. So sometimes it's tough to keep up with what the payouts are, but it's a lot of money. I mean, there's really no excuse at this point for anyone not to get to the convention. We know what it does. I mean, really, there's money on the table now to get you there, and the money you're going to make coming out of the convention. We've heard it over and over again, and it's true though. You fly in, you make the investment. It's not an investment in our company. The company's throwing a celebration for the past year's success, but it's a celebration of each one of us, and it's a personal investment in yourself. I mean, it's going to be incredible. I'm so excited about this year.
yeah. And let's talk about Empower for a minute, guys. I mean, most we know, but for new people, if you just joined, you're wondering if should I go to this event? I always say, guys, this is kind of I say this, and I don't say it lightly. It is the moment that somebody knocked on your door. Imagine a Jeff Bezos knocking on your door saying, "Hey, look, come join my business when I first started." Right? It is that big. This is going to be $1 billion business, and Michael Falquist knocked on your door, and he's saying, "Come join me." Would you not go? Would you not go and be in the room with the most successful people? I say this is our Amazon moment. This is the moment that Jeff Bezos knocked on your door and said, "I'm going to sell books online," and you're looking like nobody buys books online. What are you talking about? And we're here. We're in the moment, and that is what I want people to understand. I talked about it a lot last night on our call, on our leadership call after, and be in the room at by any means necessary. Be in the room.
Let's
And
put it in other people's perspective, Julius. If your job that pays you a specific wage an hour or salary per year, told you attend this weekend convention and we're giving you a 70% raise, would you do it? And that's really what we're talking about here. It could be much more than that. It could be like over 100% raise for many people because of what they're about to do. I mean, those people in Texas, you know, they're in for a big surprise, and the company is going to be doing these things that we've never, they're telling us that as of our convention, we have zero competition. We have no competition. So what does that mean in all these markets where we're blowing up right now? I mean, there's so much momentum in Illinois, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland's picking up, DC. I mean, Texas is not stopped. We have incredible leadership that has come in down there that are really blowing and going. And, I can never say enough about Mikey Gomez and Mandy Smith for, just hitting the road in their motorhome. And, they asked me, they're originally heading up to New Jersey, Maryland area. And I said, head west, my friends, head west and plant your flag there. That's where the money's at. And why do I say that? Because obviously we all know the bills in Texas are much larger, and we're all here for residual income. So, it's exciting. Big John, what do
I
you
want
got?
to,
Oh, go
I
ahead,
was just
Lynette.
about to say, Kirk, last year, attending a convention last year, I was able to take my two daughters, my husband, and my mom came to the convention with me last year, and they enjoyed it thoroughly. Just had a really good time, and it was unbelievable just to see the people in the room, just to meet the people face to face that you had never met before. I never met Julius before, never met Big John before, but I was able to put my arms around you guys and just make it like, so bring the reality from the call right to your presence. And it means so much more when you actually see these people face to face that are willing to help you, because there's not many places you can go and make a phone call and say, I need your help. And the person actually picks up the phone or returns your call. And they're leaders. They are all leaders in this business. And they do that for us, guys. And they step up. And so I just encourage everyone, be in the room, because you don't understand the proximity of what will take place by just showing up. Do whatever you need to do. Bunk in with somebody. If you can't afford it, we're all looking. Some people are looking to make sure that we rent, places out and get some Airbnbs. Hey, bring a bag, drive over. If you're already down south and you're already close enough, and it's a 6-8 hour drive. Milton just drove 10 hours over to Pennsylvania from Kentucky just for a meeting. But this is bigger than that. This is bigger than that. Michael Falquist is saying, look, I have something that's going to actually change the trajectory of where we're sitting today and make it even that much better. And you guys know we already have our hands on a great product. So I must say, it just really touched me. It made me say, you know what? This actual event is going to propel us to where we're going to go in the future. I think it's going to set the precedence for what we're going forward to. So I just hope that everyone has their ticket that's on this line. There's 148 of us, and you're bringing 3 to 5 people with you, at minimum 3, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, you know what, Lynette, you're so spot on as always. You're a very sharp, not only a very sharp woman, you're a sharp businesswoman. You're a leader, right, from day one. It's just what your DNA is, Lynette Roberts. You're a special person, somebody we all admire and we all look up to. But you know what? To add to what you just said, Lynette, I could tell you from experience, right? I'm not gonna ever say something that I haven't done, right? I'm not that guy. I don't want to be that empty barrel that makes noise, right? I really feel it's important for us to lead by example. And that's how we become leaders. When you become a leader, you don't demand respect. You earn respect by what you do. But going back to being a traditional business owner like yourself, Lynette, about 9, 10 years ago, I didn't know. Listen, I don't blame anybody for not being successful right away in this business. And the reason being is our minds are not built for this business, right? Our minds are built to go get a good education, to go to work, to be the best you can be, right? The old military story, be the best you can be. But once I found out once I found out the values that this industry brings us, I unraveled everything I've ever learned in my life. But when I went to that first convention, Lynette, I always think back and say, what if I didn't make that move to drive to that convention? What if I didn't cancel 4 estimates on a Saturday to go to a convention I knew nothing about? I said, where would I be? I wouldn't have this freedom. Uh, I wouldn't have the time freedom. I wouldn't have the financial freedom. I'd still be working. I wouldn't be chasing any dream. See, this is why I think it's important. And I see a lot of people now that weren't total. They kept coming on the Zooms. They kept getting on the trainings. They'll show up at an occasional meeting. But there's a lot more people starting to get it now and say, I want that. Yeah. I raise my hand. I want financial freedom. I want time freedom. I want to fire my boss. I want to leave a legacy for my family. I want all of that. See, because that's what we got to offer. You just got to want to go down with us. You want to get down in the trenches. You want to be that leader. You want to be that communicator. You want to get people to the event, even if it's uncomfortable. Because that's the only way you'll ever get there. It's not a lottery ticket. There's no lottery ticket here. But I'll tell you what's here. It's a life-changing opportunity if you put your foot on the gas pedal for 2 to 3 years. Think about that. Thank you, Lynette.
Hey, John, listen, we have these conversations on a daily basis with people that we're working with, and it's a journey in this business. Like, I wish we all sign up and all of a sudden the money's flowing into your bank account. I really do. But here's what I can tell you. What we've done over the last 2.5 years has not been perfect in any way, shape, or form. But in anticipation, what we heard was coming. And every single new person that's on here right now is truly in at the beginning of this company. And I wholeheartedly mean that because, autosave is here. We're never going to lose a customer. And I know people, they're trying to understand this autosave program. And I'm just telling you that this is the most incredible thing we've ever seen in this entire industry, and it's here. So every single person has the opportunity to expedite their journey to the top in probably a third of the time that it took you and I to get where we're at. People are going to be able to do that. They're going to put themselves on the express lane with all that's coming at our convention. And I'm not here to sell people on the convention. I know what the convention did for me. I was told, I joined this industry. I was broke. And, my wife told me no, because we didn't have the money to start. And that year I was told, if you're serious about this business, you need to find a way to get there. And I wanted them to know I was serious about this business. And we did. We went deeper in debt to get there. But was it worth it? 100% was worth it. I mean, compounded our income dramatically, like multiple times more the next year, and then multiple times more the next year, and then multiple times more the next year. I just want people to know we want this for you, not for us. We're going no matter what. But I want you to be in my seat, so I want you to be there. Please hear our words.
Well, Kirk, thank you. You're a servant leader, and that's what gets you to the top. You're one of the best I've ever seen in the business. I'm proud to have so many great people in my life and in our business. It's just at my stage of life, I lived 3/4 of my life. I'll put it that way, 3/4. But I wake up every day motivated, right, with the blood pumping, just to help more people, feel what I'm feeling and feel what we are all feeling. And more importantly, knowing where we're going, right? sharing our vision with other people. That's what I'm committed to. Every day I wake up. So let's get around the round table. A nugget for everybody. Let's start with Miss Lynette Roberts. Lynette, a nugget for everyone, please.
Can you
Uh-oh,
hear me?
she's muted.
I'm back.
We got you, girl. We got you.
Yes. I would say this. Go back to your list. That's where I would go back to. I will start with my list again because the basics always work. And we always get away from our basics. So just as well as I, started back on my list. And the last piece of my nugget is there are some people we signed up, Big John, that we put on a 12-month plan last year. And a lot of those 12-month plans are expiring. Please go back and re-sign those people up, reach back out to them, and just make sure that they're connected and give them the savings that we promised that we would. So I know that that's for some people who are in my state, but if you're in a state where you put them on 12-month plans, don't forget to go back to those people and ask them again to join us with those auto save products that we have.
Well, no, thank you. And I think you forgot to say, just get out of the state of confusion and go forward, right?
So, absolutely. We're going to take this big old step. We're going to best foot forward.
Lynette, we truly appreciate you. We truly appreciate you. You're such a great person. Milton Burt, how about a nugget from you, brother?
Man, great call. I'm just so fired up. My nugget would be over these next 30 days until the event to go harder than you've ever went in this business and life and anything. And make sure you get to the event. And I promise you, if you do this, you'll forever be grateful that you did. You'll be thanking yourself that you did it. So it doesn't matter where you're at in business right now. None of that matters what happened in the past. Only thing that matters is these next 30 days and you get into this event and get as many of your team to this event. Just focus on that. And I promise you, Mr. Falquist and his corporate staff will do the rest that will propel you into a profitable, prosperous 2026 and beyond. That's the best advice I can give to anyone. Go harder than you've ever gone in these next 30 days and get to the event. I promise you, you will be glad you did.
Thank you, Mr. Build It Big, because you certainly do, brother. We appreciate you. Kirk Coran, brother Kirk, what do you got for us?
Yeah. Well, first off, John, I want to congratulate the Mojo call. I don't know if it was the biggest, but I believe I just seen we were up to 149. I know your goal was to go over 145. So, we surpassed that this morning, and that's always a good feeling. We're going to keep growing this call because we want to help so many people. My nugget, I have two nuggets, actually. The first one's really quick, and it just, there's a lot of money on the table. It's yours to be had. Don't let that pass you by. But the other thing I want to say is, what we were talking this weekend, and I was thinking about in the past, in the beginning, we go sign people up as customers, and we don't have that confidence to lead with the opportunity. And in my previous venture, almost, I would say 90% of my customers that I enrolled became reps in the company. And so my nugget today is your customer list is not just your customer list. It is also a list of potential business partners. So go back to those people that you didn't think would be interested because you made that decision for them, and ask them to take a look at what you're doing because they already know the benefits of what we're doing. Go back to them and ask them to take a look. That's my nugget today.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We're going to go to brother Julius Weems for his nugget. Julius.
The only thing I have is that there are moments in time, and after being in business all these years and growing companies, traditional businesses, one of the things I realized is that there's special moments, and this is a special moment. What Michael has put together as far as our products is a special moment, as far as our ability to be, our one more time for the last time. This is truly the one more time for the last time for all of us. So I just want to encourage you to be in the room. Empower 25 is not just going to an event. It is being in the room. I believe the people you're around dictate the level you can go. And so if John is in the room, I'm going to be in the room. That John is, his organization is 70, 80% of the company. I want to be in the room. Michael Falquist is going to be in the room. Why wouldn't I want to be in a room with a CEO that's building $1 billion business? The problem is that we're in rooms that don't take us to places that we haven't been. We're still going to rooms that keep us locked in where we're at. So whatever it takes to be in a room, if you got to drive, if you got to bunk up in a room with somebody, you got to get an Airbnb, you do what you have to do, because the moment you're in a room that is not a common room for you, you grow to uncommon places. And we want uncommon income. We don't want the normal income. We want uncommon retirement. We want uncommon results for our life. And no matter if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, you have to make a decision that I'm tired of being where I'm at. And the only way to do that is to be in a room with people that are where you want to go. And so I want to encourage you all to do what it takes to be in the room. Because if you're not in the room, you're just sacrificing your success to a wish and a hope. And that's not how we live. Our families don't need us to live that way. The people watching us to succeed don't want us to live that way. Be in a room, be intentional, and do what it takes.
Julius, thank you, brother. We love you. We love you spearheading this call every Monday morning. We love who you are and the message you always bring to us. I want to finish up the call this morning by saying that I'm blessed and I'm thankful to have each and every one of you in my lives, in our lives, my wife and I. But I just want to let you know that you're blessed as well. Yous are all blessed. And I want to let you know that yous all have something inside of you. I remember the day, folks, that I was broke. I didn't have any confidence. I didn't have any hope. I was almost giving up on many, many things. I was making a lot of excuses, and I was looking at myself every day, trying to get my courage up for a lot of things to move me forward, but I was in quicksand. And I know most of us and many of us know how that feels at times in our lives. And once I found the opportunity of network marketing, and I, by accident, got into a business with Mr. Michael Falquist, the same guy steering our ship. I really truly believe that this is the biggest gift that anybody can give to us. And I want to let you know that we all have something inside of us. We really do. We have something inside of us that we must release. And I don't know what that catalyst is for you. What releases your courage to move forward and to block out all the voices in your head, right? We all have voices that try to take us down. But whatever it is that's holding you back, dig real deep into your soul, dig real deep, and your courage will come out. Once that courage comes out, you're on the path to winning in life, because people will follow you. People will see the strength that you have. And if it hasn't happened yet, just keep digging. I look forward to seeing everybody at convention. I look forward to all the earners who are going to Cancun this coming weekend. And just ask yourself when you get off this Zoom, what do you want? Just ask. Ask yourself, look in the mirror and say, what do you want? And then go get it. We have it here for you. Julius, great call. Love everybody. Let's get some music going, Julius. Let's start.
Be in the room of champions. In the room of champions. Think energy. Empower 2025. In the room of champions. In the room of champions.
Let's go, everybody.
Let's go.
20, running,
Let's go.
5. Yo, this ain't just a vibe, it's a movement. Woo. Bring your energy and watch us prove it. Woo. We the champions, the undisputed. The only place you find us is where the Romans never question it. Man, we the best at this. It's that energy that you'll remember if you ever slept on it. It's that energy that keeps us all connected. Think energy. Empower 2025, let's get it. Woo. If you're in it for the win, hands up.
Hey, we about to rock this playlist for Empower 25.
That's a good one.
It's going to be out on your phone before you get on the plane. Team Think Big, Team SCU. One team, one dream. Team AAU, let's go.
Be in the room of champions. In the room of champions. Think energy. Empower 2025. In the room of champions. Show up. Show up. Show up.
Have a good day, everybody.
Be in the room of champions.
Champion.
In the room of champions. Think energy. Empower 2045. In the room of champions. In the room of champions. Show up. Yo, this ain't just a vibe, this a movement. Bring your energy and watch us prove it. We the champions, the undisputed. Only place you find us is where the room is. Never question it, man. We the best at this. It's that energy that you'll remember if you ever slept on it. It's that energy that keeps us all connected. Think energy and power 2025. Let's get it. If you're in it for the win.